Hello and welcome to Stories Mother Told. Today's story is from a beautiful country in the southern parts of Africa known as Zambia. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let me take you back to Africa. Today's story is titled, Why the Sky is So High. According to an early Zambian belief, the sky was like a roof over the earth. It used to be so low that the people could reach and touch it. In fact, in certain places, it was even hanging down loose, like a mosquito net that we use over our beds at night. The gods and spirits of our forefathers lived inside the sky, and they could always listen to the prayers, songs, chatter, and squabbles taking place on earth. The sky was so low that the people could talk to the gods and get their wishes and prayers answered immediately. They could also get their quarrels and differences sorted out as quickly. But the gods had no rest. The continuous chatter of the people on earth was a constant nuisance to them. In addition, the children often wiped their dirty hands on the loose folds of the sky and made the home of the gods very filthy. For a long time, the gods and the ancestors could not solve their problem, and they had to put up with the thoughtlessness of the human beings. One day, after harvest time, all the women of the earth gathered together and started pounding their corn in a countless number of mortars with long and heavy pounding sticks. As the sticks were raised and lowered, the women also started poking and punching the face of the sky, this way and that, all over the place. Some of the gods were knocked and pushed around violently. To add to this, the ceaseless chatter of the women was very deafening, so much so that the gods had to have an urgent meeting called and decided immediately that the sky must be raised really high if they wanted to be safe from the thoughtlessness of the talkative women. At a moment's notice, they raised the sky so high that the women of the earth could insult the gods no more. Ever since then, the sky has remained where we see it today. Along with the sky, the gods too stay far away from the easy reach of any ordinary human beings. So you see, this is how the foolish chatter of silly humans drove the sky and the gods away from us. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. As usual, please do not forget to rate and review the podcast on iTunes and any other platforms that you do listen on, as this will be a great help to the podcast. Also, if there are any stories you would like to listen to, please send me an email at storiesmothertold@gmail.com. You can also send me a message on Instagram at storiesmothertold. Do not forget to share the podcast and also subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Until next week, see ya!